So with spring on the way, just around the corner, I decided that today would be a good day to make my grandmother's cherry dumpling recipe. So today Victoria and I are going to make 1950s cherry dumplings. Now, a couple of things to note. My grandma often used fresh cherries from the cherry tree in our backyard. Unfortunately, I don't have fresh cherries. I have canned cherries. Also, you're supposed to use, if you use canned cherries with this recipe, you're supposed to use tart cherries. But we have dark sweet cherries because that's all we could find at the grocery store. So to compensate for our dark sweet cherries, which are not tart cherries, we are going to add some lemon juice to modify our recipe slightly. Also, if you look up recipes online, most people use butter to make their dumplings. We will not be using butter to make our dumplings. We will be using shortening, good old shortening. We don't have lard. We're not going to make our dumplings with lard, but we do have shortening, so we're going to make our dumplings with shortening. And last but not least, the last secret ingredient of amazing cherry dumplings is buttermilk. So we're going to be using buttermilk to make our dumplings. Hi, good afternoon everyone. With spring right around the corner and with the cherry trees in bloom and blossom, although we don't have cherries yet, I thought today would be a good day to make my grandmother's cherry dumplings. And I have her recipe from the 1950s. So today we're going to make 1950s cherry dumplings. Now my grandmother, when she made her cherry dumplings, she waited until the cherries came in and she used fresh cherries from the cherry tree that was in the backyard. I don't have fresh cherries. We tried to find some in the store today, but we couldn't find them. What we did find were some dark sweet cherry canned cherries. Now when you use this recipe, you're actually supposed to use tart cherries. But since we couldn't find any tart cherries in a can, we're going to have to modify the recipe a little bit. And we're going to add some lemon juice to our cherries to make them a little more tart. Her other secret ingredient when she would make her cherry dumplings is she would use shortening in her dough. A lot of online recipes you'll see people using butter, but we're going to make them the way my grandmother made them, and she used lard or shortening. And then our last secret ingredient is my grandmother always used buttermilk. When she would make biscuits or dumplings or anything, she always used buttermilk. So we're going to use buttermilk to help make our dumplings. Hi, good afternoon everyone. So today Victoria and I are going to make cherry dumplings using my grandmother's recipe from the 1950s. Yeah, okay, let me try that. So we're gonna start with the cherries first. Okay, so let's put the cherries in the pot.
All of them?
Yep, all of them. I'm gonna turn the burner on here.
The second one?
Second one, yep. Okay, now take the water, add the water.
All of it.
Yeah, try not to spill it. There you go. Okay, and then remember we said we were going to compensate. Oh, go ahead and add your sugar. And then remember we said we were going to compensate for the lack of tartness in our cherries.
So how do I open this?
Okay.
You're gonna do that.
I'll do this part, yeah.
That already looks yummy. Hi.
Do you want to see if you can pull a spoon out from there? So we're going to add a tablespoon of lemon juice to adjust for our tartness.
Nice mix.
Yep, and now mix.
The wooden one, so I'm scared of
Yep,
my
you can
mouth.
stir it. Okay, so first, now that we've got our cherries and our sugar and our lemon juice boiling on the burner, we're going to make our dumplings. So let's start with the flour.
Flour.
Yep,
You
go
want
ahead and
one
dump
cup
your
of
flour.
flour.
Dump your flour.
1 cup of flour for your dumpling.
And then next, dump your buttermilk. That's your buttermilk. 1/3 cup of buttermilk.
1/3 of buttermilk for your dumpling.
Yep.
And then
That's your shortening. Go ahead and put your shortening in.
And 1 tablespoon of short.
Yeah, you might need to use your finger. There you go. There you go. All right, now use your fork to mix everything together.
Why not the spoon you got out?
We'll use the spoon in just a second.
I'm using.
You got to use the fork to cut the dough. Yeah. So exactly. Here, let me help just a little bit.
I want to taste the dough. Can I taste the dough? The dough.
You can taste the dough.
Will it taste good?
Probably not. We want to cook it. We're making a dumpling, and the goal is to make a dumpling and put it in the cherry sauce and cook it in the cherry sauce, and then it'll be good. But there's nothing stopping you from trying it if that's what you want to.
Is the thing off?
No, it's on.
Okay.
Okay, so now that we've got the flour,
I'm gonna taste test. It's time for me to taste.
now we're gonna
test.
get in. We're gonna get our
Okay,
hands. Yep, get in there and dough it up. Knead it. Yep, knead your dough. I'm gonna add just a splash of buttermilk. Ready?
Yeah.
There we go. Here, let me help you.
Okay, let's both go in together.
All right, let me have some room so I can see what's going on with this dough, okay?
Should I wash my hands?
Hang on, let me get it just going really good. You should go wash your hands now that you've eaten off. Yeah, go ahead, go wash your hands. Okay, now that we've got our dough, now we're going to make our dumplings. Or drop our dumplings into our mixture. Our cherry mixture. All right, so take your first pinch off your first little piece of dough, little dough ball, about like this, and then we're gonna add it to our pot. You wanna do this part? Okay, you come over here and you do that part. So start pinching off little dough-sized pieces, yeah. And then, yeah, like that. And then add them to your cherry mixture.
So I just roll it?
You don't, that's good enough. Now just put it in there. Yep. There you go. And then keep doing it. until you've put all the dough into the pot. Here, I'll help you a little bit.
Okay, you do some, I do some.
Okay.
This is good.
That's good. Yep.
It's a little too big.
Here you go. And I used to call this cloud soup when I was a kid. So the last step, and one of the most important steps, is you're going to want to cover your cherry dumplings and keep the lid on, because that's what's going to help seal the heat and seal your dumplings so you get a nice dumpling. And we'll be back here in about 30 minutes to check on our cherry dumplings. Yep.